Hello guys, welcome to your class. Today is Tuesday, 28 January, and we're going to focus today on lesson number 2. What you have to do, you have to download the study guide number 8, and it's something like this. It's unit 7, lesson number 8. Have you got any homework? Topics we're going to focus on vocabulary, school supplies and nationalities, reading part 2 and 5 from the CAT exam, listening part 3 for the CAT exam, grammar have 2 and object pronouns, and writing part 6 of the CAT exam. Okay? So the first activity you have to do is to read these questions and try to answer them. The questions are: what is the longest river in the world? Which animal has the biggest ears? What is the past tense of the verb run? Do the sum? Which falls faster, an orange or a grape? And you often have sodium chloride on your dinner table. What is its other's name? So you can search these questions on the internet and then you answer here in this little box, okay? After that, you move to the next slide. Here you have some subjects related to the school like math, geography, biology, chemistry, English, physics, and history. So try to figure it out which subject belongs to this picture. This one, and right here in the box, okay? The next activity shows you a question. Which is your best school subject and which is your worst and why? So I wrote a sample answer for that one. For example, I changed the word best with favorite. My favorite subject is English because I learned how to speak this language. The worst one is maths because I don't like numbers. So always remember when you are doing this kind of answers, even for speaking, include the reason. If you don't include the reason, the problem is that the examiner will start asking you more and more questions. And that's why you have to put in your answers the word because. Siempre incluyan la razón para ese tipo de preguntas, si no el examinador les va a preguntar más y lo peor es dar respuestas muy cortas que poder dar más detalle o más razones a una respuesta. So in this activity, you have to write your own answer. You can use my sample answer to follow it, okay? Then for the listening activity, we have here the exam advice. You may have to answer a question or a complete sentence. If you don't know the answer, always guess. Read the questions carefully before you listen. Think about the kind of information you will hear. So in this kind of listening, you will hear a whole conversation. In this case, you have practice. Listen to Simon talking to his teacher about a new student called Akito. For each question, choose the right answer A, B, or C. I'm going to upload the audio. Remember that it's the video. I'm going to put the minute that you have to listen specifically. And then you listen carefully and then you answer each question. Okay, you can listen twice. Okay, and then answer the questions in the little box next to it. Okay, after that, we have some kind of grammar rules about how we use have to. We use have to and has to talk about things that are necessary. We have to wear a uniform at our school. My brother has to train for the marathon. We use don't have to or doesn't have to talk about things that are not necessary. You don't have to get all the answers right. She doesn't have to come if she doesn't want to. So remember, if you use have to is for the personal pronouns I, you, we, they. Okay, for affirmative have to or negative don't have to. He, she, it for has to or doesn't have to, and the followed by a verb. And for questions, you start with the auxiliaries. In this case, do. For a you, we, they have to work. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Or does he, she, it have to? Yes, he does not. It doesn't. Okay, so in order to put in practice this, it says complete the email with the correct form of have to and the verb in brackets. Okay, you complete here. After that, you have another practice related with don't have to. It says, what is your school like? Complete the sentence with have to or don't have to. Make them true for you. Okay, you write the answers here. And then organize these questions. What do you have to do at home? Put the words in correct order to make questions and write true answers. So you put the words in order and then you give an answer for that question. Okay. Then we move to school supplies. That's very easy. Most of these words were part of the vocabulary that you have done before, and these words belong from the vocabulary for the CAT exam. So these words you will listen to them in the listening activity or even in the reading part. Okay, so in this case, what you have to is to arrange the words or try to label them and write here in the box. Now we're going to move to reading. For this kind of reading, you have two. The three texts are similar topic. For three texts, the questions are not in the same order as information in the text. Read the title and look any picture first to get an idea of what the text is about. Read all the text first before answering the questions. Find the text that has the answer to the question and underline the part for the text where the answer is. So in this case, you have a text about three teenagers, Stephen, Martin, and Thomas. And based on this article, you are going to answer some questions. This exercise you have done before. So my suggestion to do this is to read first text, okay, and then try to figure out the answer. Este ejercicio ya lo han hecho anteriormente y mi consejo es que lean el texto y a la par que leen el texto vayan viendo las respuestas de cada uno de las preguntas que le están pidiendo, okay? For example, you have who has only two teachers? It says Martin. Where that Martin says here? It says here, in the mornings, my mom teach me maths and science, and in the afternoon, I do a sports or art with my dad. So it means that he has two teachers because mom and dad are their teachers in his home. Okay, so for that, read and answer the questions. Okay, about grammar, here we have the use of the object pronoun. It says we can use object pronouns to replace nouns when we know who or what we're talking about. There is Susan. Can you see her? She helps me with my homework. Object pronouns come after the verb I love you. They also can after prepositions. I want to talk to him. Look at them. Generally goes at the end of the sentence. If you remember the subject pronouns, we have I, you, he, she, it, we, they. The object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. And the possessive adjective my, your, his, her, its, our, and they. Remember that the possessive adjective always goes next to a noun. El possessive adjective siempre va al lado de un sustantivo. Por ende, estos pronombres, el primero que es el subject pronoun, son pronombres personales. Generalmente van al inicio de una oración. Por el contrario, el object pronoun que lo ubican generalmente al final de la oración y reemplaza a una persona que nosotros sabemos previamente en la oración quién es. Okay? So for this activity, in order to reinforce it, complete this part. Write the object pronoun next to the subject pronouns. Then you have complete the sentence with the object pronouns that refer to the underlined words. You have to replace. Okay. And now we're going to move to vocabulary. Okay. You have to read Akito's blog spot. What are his best subjects? And then you answer the question here in the little box. Okay, and then circle the correct option in italics in each of these sentences. So you have to figure it out which verb is the correct one to choose. Okay, and also the same. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb from the box. You have fail, teach, learn, pass, and study. Fail es caerse en un examen o no sacar una buena nota. Teach es enseñar. Learn, aprender. Pass, pasar el examen. You study, estudiar. Okay, for reading part 5, we have another advice. Read the text first to get an idea what it's about. The focus in grammar, you often need to write little words. Okay, you have here an exercise. It's a reading and writing part 5. You sometimes need to use pronouns to complete a text. Complete a sentence with the pronoun from the box. So you have to complete those sentences with the words from the box. And it goes to the next activity. If you remember, we did this activity 2 weeks ago, and I told you it was the most difficult and hard one because you have to think and rethink what word can be used for each gap. Esta actividad del examen que es la más compleja porque usted tiene que aplicar su knowledge de inglés, sus conocimientos en inglés para ver qué palabra podría ir ahí. So what you have to do is to complete the text. For each question, write a correct answer. Write one for each gap. Recuerden que es una sola palabra. Pueden ser preposiciones, pronombres, pueden ser auxiliares, pueden ser verbos pequeños, conectores, en fin, dependiendo del texto. Entonces lo hacen y lo escriben aquí al ladito. Okay, now we're going to focus finally for writing. It's writing part 6. Include all these 3 points in your email. Write your email on a friendly site. It's an email, the very short email, about 25 words or more. And it says, you want to go horse riding on Sunday with your English friend Sam. Write an email to Sam in your email. Ask Sam to go horse riding with you. Say where you want to go and tell Sam what to drink. And you write your short email here in this little box. Remember to answer the 3 points. En este tipo de writing, para el examen CAT es necesario que usted incluya la información de cada uno de los puntos que le indican y que no escriba menos de 25, pero tampoco sobrepasa la cantidad de 50 o 60 si es que usted no maneja completamente el idioma adecuado. Es necesario que escriba lo puntual y responda a las 3 preguntas. Okay? So basically that's study guide number 8. Here you have to upload it. Here you have 3 practice and class participations are going to be on Kahoot. Remember that once you finish playing Kahoot, you have to upload your score. Las class participation y workshop number 1 son Kahoots con usted juega desde su celular, ingresando el pin que está expuesto en cada una. Recuerde tomarle un capture a su puntaje y subirlo aquí en class participation 1 y workshop number 1. ¿Ok? Eso fue todo. Nos vemos en la siguiente clase. Cualquier duda me avisan. Bye.